Cassie. Well, John Denver is our guest this morning, and he'll be in any second now.
Thank
Good morning to you, John.
Good morning.
You're on the road again. You're a glutton for punishment.
Well, it looks like I'm going to be starting a television series in the United States. Start filming in August. And if the series is successful, that'll be 4 or 5 years of doing a steady job for me, which is a little bit frightening. And so this might be the last chance to tour over here for quite some time, and I didn't want to pass it up.
I know you've been an actor before, but now you're obviously, clearly, going to take it extremely seriously.
Well, I've been in one feature film, and I've done some television movies. And I would like very much to do more acting, and this is a great opportunity to develop that, and also the auspices to be able to do more than that if I wish.
If I know anything about you, is that in many senses you're a soloist, and soloists enjoy having a command, complete command of what they do. If you're an actor, you don't. There's a horrible director shouting at you.
That can be a problem. I've been very fortunate so far with the people that I've been able to work with, and we just finished doing the pilot for this television series in Vancouver, and it was the best crew that I've ever been with. If we can sustain that for 3 or 4 years, that'll be wonderful.
And if you can't?
If you can't, I'm in trouble.
What sort of series is it?
It's a dramatic series. It's about an Alaskan bush pilot. And when the whole thing came up, what I was looking at is several things. One, it would be nice to be in one place for a while, not be so constantly on the road. And the television show offers me the chance to do that. I didn't want to do anything in Los Angeles or New York, any major metropolitan area. And the idea of doing something about an Alaskan bush pilot was my idea. I love Alaska. I love the wilderness. I love to fly. I'm a pilot myself. And I think that there's a whole range of stories there that have not been done on television. And Alaska has not really been seen on television. It's the most beautiful country in the world.
Will it, not to sort of overdo the point, but would it have a message? It's just some of the films you've been in before, I think particularly that television movie that I saw last Christmas, have a slight message of environment and
well, I think
peace to them.
There's the opportunity in the story and in the kind of stories we develop for the series to keep that kind of aspect of who I am and what I care about very much alive, very prevalent. From how I deal in the show with hunters who come up, with the people who come up, all the problems that are going on with the wilderness for people who want to develop that, who want to get natural resources that are more expensive to get to than they're worth. There are all kinds of things that we can use, and notwithstanding the whole sense of the evolution of human consciousness as to how we're going with minority groups, with relations between ourselves and the Soviet Union. You know, Alaska is right next door to the Soviet Union. And with the friendships that I've developed over there, maybe there's some things I can bring in from that area to our story.
Sounds good.
Well, we'll see.
When were you last in the Soviet Union?
I was there this past week, on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday.
Doing concerts?
No, this was a business meeting, a couple of things. The one that I can talk about is the possibility of doing a television special from the Soviet Union in December.
What sort of television special?
A Christmas show for the United States, but filmed in the Soviet Union with some Soviet artists, hopefully the Bolshoi Ballet, my friend Alexander Grodsky, with whom I've recorded, like that.
All with the idea of saying to your American audience with that, you know, they're human over there.
Well, that's the thing, you know. From the first time I went over there, and it's been my experience all over the world, that people truly are the same. And quite often we let the politics and all of this other stuff get in the way of recognizing that. And what I've tried to do always with my music and with my life is have people recognize that we're all mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters, and they feel exactly like we do. And I think I've been very lucky with that, and successful in the Soviet Union to the extent that when I came back from my second trip, which is when I did my first concert tour there, Secretary of State Schultz asked me, "What are you doing, young man? And what would you advise the President and I?" And I said, "I think you ought to go to the Soviet Union. I think you ought to meet those people, both you and the President. I think the most important thing we could do would be to reestablish cultural relations with that country." And subsequently, that has happened.
It's superb to see guys like you, Elton John, Billy Joel going over to Russia. In fact, what's even more fascinating is the reaction of the Russians to your concert.
It's wonderful. They love it.
We're going to chat later, John, and I will ask the most serious question you've ever received in your life. Why wasn't Eddie the Eagle Edwards invited to take part in the John Denver Ski Classic? It's outrageous to leave him out, isn't it?
Trick.